Hello there, Aries. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath, and I've been doing readings for 27 years now, and this is your reading for Aries for the month of July 2016. What I've done is laid 4 cards for you, and I've used the card on the bottom of the deck for an overall view of the month. I don't believe that these cards are going to go week by week, and based on actually what I'm looking at here, I think it's going to be up and down for throughout the whole month, but it doesn't look like a bad month. Oh no, if the things that I'm saying don't resonate with you, go look at your moon sign and your rising sign, and you'll probably be able to glean some more extra information to put everything into perspective. And these are general readings, so they're not going to apply to everyone. And I've looked up the astrology for you because I'm not an astrologer. And this month, for the month of July, it's in your 4th house. And that can be parents and elders, your home, family interests, your office, your base of operation, community affairs, things that are going on in that particular arena. And before I started, I have a few words that Spirit kept saying to me, and the words were balance and clarity. And it felt like this is important to have a type of balance. And with the cards that I'm looking at, it looks like you're going to require that balance and that clarity, and going to require like conscious decisions and open, honest communication. That does not mean arguing and fighting, but because I'm an empath, when I say I mean all of us Aries that are out there. And the card that was on the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. I don't know if you could see that. I'm trying to get it clear for you. And to me, this card looks like someone who's carrying a very heavy load, a big responsibility, or something that's burdensome. And sometimes when this card is upright, it means that other people should be sharing in the load. So if it was uh, family or whatever, I may be taking on too much of that load on my own shoulders. But in this case, the card was reversed. And that shows the lessening of the load, and sometimes in the reverse position, that lessening can come quite unexpectedly. So, perhaps others are picking up some of my duties or my responsibilities for me during the month off and on. Sometimes when we have this Ten of Wands in reverse, what seems to be happening is maybe I was carrying too much on my shoulders, and because of that, I've obviously got to take a break, and sometimes that can get forced, like a forced break. And anyone who's into spirituality, you know that when we take on too much, sometimes you're just going to get sat down, no matter how that comes about. But this looks like sharing of the burdens because it's in reverse, and a lightening of the load. And like I said, it may be quite unexpected. But because Spirit's saying balance, and the first card I got here was the Six of Pentacles for the month. And that's an excellent, excellent card financially. If we think about finances and what's going on for the month, with this card in the upright position, it's more than enough to share and more than enough to spare. So we can help others, so on and so forth. But the card came in the reverse position, and when I look at this in the reverse position, It tells me that there's something, a situation, or a person, or something that I really want to help and I can't. So it may not just be a financial situation, it could be other situations, that there's nothing I can really do right at this time to be of service. So, what Spirit's saying to me with this card, in reverse, what they're saying is think about what makes me feel secure in my life. What makes me feel secure? What brings me that feeling of safety, uh, self worth, security, um, and that freedom, whether it be financially or however it's coming around? I'm really going to want to think about these things very consciously and pay attention clearly, and they said that word to me again, clearly pay attention to the situations where I can be of service and not to overstep those bounds, so to speak, for this month, because I have to have, where am I secure? Like, what's my bottom line here? What does it take to make me feel secure? Whether it be settling up outstanding matters, whatever it is that makes me feel secure, making sure I have a little extra money in my savings account, taking care of me, my security. And they said this was in fourth house, so it could be home, family matters, things like that, you know. And that takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of clear communication, because normally in our homes, we're working with others, and or maybe we have children, maybe our husband wants to do this and we don't want to do this, or we want to make sure that we know where we stand before we make more moves, and that takes a lot of strength to do. So we don't want to do anything that's going to unsettle our security at this time, because it does feel like security. And that feels really good, because the next card we have is the Sun card. And to me, this is upright, and I don't think you can make it into a bad card, even if it's in reverse, but this is upright. This is energy, enthusiasm, good times, being able financially to do things, right, that I need to do. So we have this up and down motion. We have this heavy burden that is in reverse that can be lifted from us unexpectedly, or it can be meaning this Ten of Wands. It could be maybe I was carrying a burden and it wore me out physically, and now I'm getting that recovery time whether I want it or not. But the good times are here this month with this Sun card upright. And I'd if I feel that it's pretty delightful when that sun comes in and it lights up everything. Lights up everything in our home, everything to help those that are around us, but we are coming from our secure base. What do we need? What do I need to make me feel secure? The next card here, and they're saying hold in your integrity. We have to hold our integrity, and very strongly hold our integrity, because the next card here is the Two of Swords, and that's a decision making process. you know. But if you'll notice, this Two of Swords, right? She has a blindfold on her eyes. So this is when someone is covering their eyes to maintain balance. And the word balance is what we were being given to begin with. So they're saying, in order to maintain balance within a situation that I'm dealing with, I'm closing my eyes, right, to the truth. The crazy example I can think of is like, okay, let's say you and your partner don't get along, period, at all. But to the outside world, it looks like, yeah, we're getting along just fine or whatever, you know. And this Two of Swords in this case is in reverse. So that makes the situation even more like escalated, let's put it that way. So we're maintaining this balance because we have the blinders on, right? We're maintaining a balance because we have these blinders on, but really, what is that helping? You know, because when push comes to shove, eventually things are going to come out, arguments will happen, you know, and they can happen really, like this is saying, when that load gets laid down, sometimes it's quite unexpectedly. And arguments can happen, or you honestly, or let me put it like this, I honestly do not, with this uh, Swords card, Two of Swords, in reverse, I honestly cannot like alter or change the situation because I don't clearly see my way to make a decision. When I think about that, I think, you know, that's kind of the Band-Aid theory. If I stand up, uncross those swords, rip that blindfold off my face, I can make the decision because I can have clear sight. I can see clearly in front of me the choices I need to make myself secure, right? Where do I feel secure inside me? What does it take financially, relationship wise, whatever? All the situations, because this is a general reading, are going to be different for each and every one of us. And, you know, Spirit's saying balance, the first thing we balance in our lives is ourselves by looking clearly at what situations are going on around us. Don't have to argue about this. It, I think the very strongest, the strength in all of us comes forth when we clearly look at situations and see where we can serve, how we can serve, or if we can serve. You know, if I'm throwing, you know, good money after bad, or, you know what I mean? Uh, and I continue to throw things at situations that I can't change, it's not bringing that sunshine, that light, you know, that light to the darkness and the energy of that sun and the good finances and the, you know, really excellent way to live. It's not bringing that into my life. And to live my life with integrity, I need those things. That's the way they're speaking to me. And because the next card is, to me, this is the happy. Four of Wands, it's upright, it's financial balance, it's balance, you know, in my life in all manners to go along with my home. But like they're saying, my home, my situations, my relationships, they're saying, don't make changes that make me unsettled inside of here because these are really good things, and it actually feels like almost like a new flux of cash with this Sun card here, or a new way, as long as I maintain that sense of where do I give, or how much, or should I? If I'm giving from a perspective of lack, right, then I'm not going to recoup in the same manner that I would have before. And I'm not doing it with like clarity or foresight or evaluation, or, looking over exactly where I stand, in a particular situation, and truly taking care of myself. And to take care of myself, I have to prepare for the future. I have to make sure not only I'm secure first. What is that they say? If you're in an airplane and it's going down, the mother puts on the oxygen mask first, then takes care of the rest of the people in there. Spirit's saying this is that kind of time, but it does feel, if I pay attention financially, so on and so forth, to everything that's going on. And this is, you know, this really is around my home. It could be, and they're saying parents and elders in the fourth house, paying attention. What can I do maybe to help? What is too much help? Those kind of things. Really clearly seeing that, because we don't want to argue about it. That means I don't want to raise my tone of voice when I deal with the issues that I'm dealing with, but I want to make sure I'm secure first, first and foremost. So what they're saying is, I don't want to give, even with this giant sun card here, if I'm giving too much, you know, if this card was upright, if this Ten of Wands was upright, and it is reversed, obviously, and they're saying sometimes when we overgive, we affect ourselves, and that's not a good way to have this little delightful month with the extra money or the chance. Yeah, I think the Sun card means you can be doing home remodeling or stuff, repairs around your house that you wanted, or being able to buy a new house, or having really good financial, situations around you. And if you speak clearly, state your case, others understand, and with that respect, we don't have to, with this Two of Swords here, interpret things personally, because it feels like as a whole, right, we're being affected as a whole, like the whole family unit, or the whole, the whole group of people that's around me. It can be friendships, it can be partnerships, it can be, any type of relationship, or anything that I want to do to help, but I can't quite do it. Well, let me see here and pull an angel card and see what they have to say about all of this. Because it looks like it's going to be a really great month if we don't do things like, in, you know, taking things to heart and thinking it's a personal affront, when it's just a generalization, and making sure that we feel secure, safe, whether that's our finances before we give, or however it is that we're choosing to operate this month. All in all, when I'm looking down at these cards, even with the reversal ones, it's actually an excellent month. I'm not quite sure, other than they keep saying to me, stay in my integrity and don't argue. That's what they're saying. But if something is going to unsettle my security, I want to speak up. I want to speak up clearly, and I want to speak up in an appropriate, with an appropriate demeanor around my words, if that makes any sense to you. Oh, this is funny. The Sun card it can mean to me when I'm looking at it like, woohoo, I'm moving to the south, or I'm going to the beach. And what we pulled for the angel card here is the ocean. So are we all going on vacation? And maybe that'll be how we're going to feel really secure. Have a nice sunny little trip to the beach. Where did I put my little book here? There it is. This card says, That's really a beautiful card, too. Absolutely beautiful. He kind of looks like a monk wading in the water there. And it says, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about the desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all your cares and concerns. And with this Ten of Wands upside down, perhaps you need a little bit of recovery time for those of us that pushed it a little bit too far. Let me see what the book says about this, because I figured they were stacking the deck on me uh, the first time I started reading these angel cards, because I kept pulling the same card over and over again. Let's see. Well, I'm not finding it. Must be something, or no, I don't know where it went. I'll have to look in the front for you. Let's see. Yes, because it's not under V. It's under ocean. Oh well, what can I say? Let me find your page here. It says, this card comes to you because of your connection with the ocean. It's a sign that you need to spend more time near the sea, perhaps during a vacation or a home base, or as a home base. The angels will help with this endeavor if you ask and allow them to. The ocean, air, and water inspires and heals you. So I think some of us may have been pushing it too far, and it could be a recovery time. For others, it's like other people taking on their responsibility or bearing their own loads, which distributes the weight, and makes us feel better about our contributions. It says take sea salt baths to detoxify, drink more water, connect with dolphins and other sea dwellers, and it says you have an ocean-related past life. Learn a water sport such as diving, sailing, or snorkeling. Aries, that one's for you, because I'm not going. My husband likes scuba diving, but my idea is treading water and dipping my toes along the edge of the water. Wouldn't want to get in it, I probably drowned. Well, Aries, if I want to thank all of you for all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes and your comments, and I'm still behind myself, so it's taking a long time to catch up with everything here, but I appreciate all the time that you spend with me. And if you want to know more about me, it's spirits-healing-readings.com. There's information down below here. And if you want to schedule an appointment, all the information is on the website. And once again, thank you very much, and I will see you back here again, hopefully in August. Bye-bye.